What's up, motherfuckers? We back. Not one, not two, not three. Number 4, no handle. Back in the house. We got KC, Bones, Vito, and we got our man behind the scenes, Eddie Dulio.
Watching the 100.
Don't worry, he's here. Yeah, he's watching the 100, but he's paying attention. All right, so let's get after it. Dean, what you starting us off with?
Let's see what we got over here. No handle number 4. Let's do some NCAA conference champ picks
Ooh, my
because
conference.
that's right
champs.
around the corner. We got March Madness coming up, and we got all these tourneys coming up.
Me and
so.
Bones got Weehawken coming up.
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned.
2 weeks.
Very true.
Oh yeah, we're bringing home the bread.
Speaking of that, real quick, did you guys figure it? You guys got to order a car. Like that's what you guys need to do that.
I looked it up.
Wait,
I looked it up.
Are we getting
we
the
don't,
1K?
We don't get
because you live in New Jersey.
Yeah, we don't get it.
That's
Really?
bullshit.
It is bullshit.
That is fucking bullshit.
Do you have an extra address we could use? Out of state? Use Jess's
Yeah.
I
parents.
could use Craig Matthews. He lives right across
Hell
the
yeah,
border.
and
yeah,
have
Like, yo,
fucking
we
do
need a
that.
flight. Yo,
they
we need
won't
a
check
flight.
No,
that
fuck
shit.
the flight, bro. We're gonna get a car.
You could probably ski
Yeah.
yourself out of that.
We'll
yeah.
try to figure it out. But they told me because I just emailed them like 2 days ago, and they were like, they said the same thing as last time. They're like, give us like a little more time, then we'll send you all the information.
What about
But they said you're ready, you're booked up.
what about the
It's all
venue?
good.
Do we get free beer, free booze?
It's the DraftKings VIP Sportsbook in Weehawken is where we're gonna be, and I guess the hotel's right next to it. So
Four
sounds
nights?
good to me.
4 nights
Four
included.
nights included.
All right,
Bam.
let's get after.
We're gonna be
it.
coming
I'm
live
hyped.
to you. We're gonna have our mobile podcast set up with us, and we're gonna be.
Imagine we just start
telling
cooking.
everyone.
Wait,
Just
are you
start
really?
fucking
Yeah,
cooking.
we need to get a few more things, but we're doing it.
Well,
What
I
we
can't-
got 3 weeks.
I just
Okay.
can't wait. Listen, when the bracket actually comes out, we're gonna sit on that Thursday or the Wednesday night and just put out an order how much we're gonna bet on each game, the parlays, and if it all goes well, we'll be up 10K by the end of the first day. GG. We'll take the chip, baby.
We're looking around a 50K bankroll at the end of 4 days to win.
Yeah,
That's
I would
what
say
we
about
need.
that. That's
2K to
probably
start
give or
with.
take.
It's not bad. It's
2K
doable.
house money, pretty much though. So it's like
Can't go down early. That's the thing.
no,
Gotta get off to a hot start.
no, we're going
Yeah.
up quick and heavy.
All right, so let's get through these picks here
Okay.
for the conference. Let's start off with the Big 12. Kenny, you want to go first? Let's see who you got here.
It's Kansas, no brainer. After seeing the past 2 games, Baylor is trash. Like I told you, Vito, trash. Dean the other day, oh, yo, Baylor's going to have a good chance at this fucking tournament. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, dude. Losing to TCU, barely beating Texas Tech, barely. I know they did have a few injuries, but Kansas is too dominant. You can't stop Ozembuki either, however the hell you say his name.
No, yeah,
Ozembuki?
you can't. Baylor's one of those teams that's like they'll do great during the regular season, but they could get upset any game in the tournament.
They'll be lucky if they make it to the Elite 8. think
I
they
mean,
get
don't
bounced
get
in
me
the
wrong,
Elite
they're a
8.
good team, but Kansas is for real.
They're the
And
real
I think,
deal.
I
I'll
think
give 'em that.
Kansas is going to win the whole thing this year. That's my pick to win everything. So,
They choke.
really?
every
so I
year,
got
though.
Kansas in the Big 12 too.
Okay.
Vito?
I'm just going to go the Bears, the Baylor
You're
Bears.
sticking with them?
I'm sticking with them
Okay.
just because defense, man. And if they can just shoot lights out for 3 games in a row, you know what I mean? And they could just lock up. So I'll rock with them for now. All right, let's see what's next here.
Big East, bro. Who you guys got?
Go Big East.
Yeah, Big East. I want to know your picks. Anybody taking anyone but Villanova?
Yeah, I don't think
Villanova's
Villanova.
going to get bounced
Who you
early,
want?
too.
I'm taking Seton Hall
Okay.
just because Powell, he's going to be one of the top NBA prospects, and he's just a beast. I want to see how much he's averaging right now. I think it's like in the 20s. 21 he's averaging.
Ken, who you got?
21.5.
I'm taking Seton Hall, too. I mean, the Big East, besides the Big Ten, is the best conference in college basketball, but I'm taking Seton Hall. Marquette only has Howard. They don't have enough. Nova, I don't think, has enough either. I don't know.
There'll be some good games.
There'll be good
out.
games.
Yeah,
It's
they're always
competitive.
competitive.
It's very competitive, very competitive.
I'm rooting for Seton Hall, like because I like Seton Hall. My granddad went there, but you guys are really gonna just dismiss Villanova, fucking Jay Wright, one of the best coaches in the NCAA. Like you're gonna tell me that Seton Hall is gonna beat them?
They only have
I don't know.
They have 2 players. They have Gillespie and
It doesn't.
Samuel.
It
That's
doesn't matter. It's all about the coaching.
It is,
college
but
basketball.
Powell, like Dean said, is a top NBA prospect.
He's a
I'm going to
beast.
take
He's
him
averaging
any day of the
21.
week over Nova.
Okay.
Nova
I'll take
likes to spread the
experience.
ball around. Yeah, 1,
I'll
2,
take
3, 4.
experience.
They got 5 players averaging at least 10.4 points.
Okay.
Who, Nova?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two of them averaging
Nova
15.
is solid. Like they
Gillespie
have,
and Bay.
like I said, they got one of the best coaches in the league in Jay Wright, and they still have people that could play. It's not like they don't
Yeah.
have kids that could ball. I mean,
Do you think they're gonna go far in the tournament though?
We're
I
not
mean,
talking
the-
tournament.
yeah,
No,
but-
I'm
we're
just
saying
asking. I'm
conference.
just asking.
But
Do you
still,
think they're gonna
like-
go far in the tournament?
like it's still Villanova. Like they won 2 out of 3, 3 or after last year, the 3 years before that.
Yeah, they beat UNC and then lost them, and then who did they beat? Michigan, right? They beat.
Yeah, they beat
Michigan.
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 Yeah.
We watched that at. Remember, I was saying we watched that at Evan's house, the Michigan game. I had so much money on Michigan, they just got blown out. I was like,
That's
Evan,
usually how it works.
Evan, I can't watch Michigan at your house anymore, bro. They just get blown out every time.
It's just bad luck.
Oh,
All right, let's see what else we got here.
Big Ten.
Let's do Big Ten.
Oof.
Who do you got, Kyle?
I know who you got,
Yes, sir. Represent. Huge win
and I got
today.
no problems with it.
Huge
no
dub
problems
today.
with it.
Rut, baby, rut.
Yeah, Maryland who, motherfuckers? Huh?
My thing
Maryland
is
who?
the Big Ten. Anybody can win the Big Ten tournament. But
really
I'm
is.
going with
Is there
the-
any home games in the tournament?
No.
Nah.
They're all
Oh,
had a
then
neutral
everyone's
site,
gonna
bro.
lose. No one's gonna win.
Well, it depends on where the neutral site, like where they're playing.
Ooh, yeah, better be in New Jersey. Then we got that on lock.
It's got to be some in New York, right? I mean,
MSG, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I
actually,
don't
I have
know
no
any of the
clue,
schedule.
so-
I have no idea either. Well, they're not going to travel for the conference tournament. It's going to be something local.
They
Yeah,
got Big Ten's got 8 ranked teams
It's
in their
insane.
conference.
And Rutgers isn't even
It's so
one of them.
competitive.
And they just took down Maryland.
Number
Yeah.
9.
Like beat them by like 20. What was the final
I think
score?
they won. It was 78. They won by 19.
It was almost 20.
It was
Yeah.
almost 20. Close
Dude,
to
that's
20.
bad.
And then Michigan State big comeback down 20 and a half
There's
against
a
Penn State.
there's a road win though.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
I mean, I had Penn State today, so that kind of sucks, but
That's the second game they blew a 20-point lead. They did it against Rutgers too.
And
Bullshit.
Just blowing it.
that is my pick for the Big Ten. Michigan State's winning that. Conference 20, I think they're plus 400 right now, too.
For the
Yeah,
conference
yeah,
tournament.
they are.
I mean, everyone's probably like plus 400,
even-
plus 800 range. Like,
No.
there's probably a lot of people in that range.
Well, I mean, we'll get through more of them, but, I mean, like, Villanova is plus 250. Like, that's not even that much. Creighton was plus 300.
I thought you were talking about just the Big Ten.
Oh. Well, no, the favorite, I think, was... Actually, I'm not sure. I didn't look, but we could look that shit up. But Michigan State, I think, was like third at plus 400. Oh, Maryland was the favorite. But
Probably
maybe not
anymore.
after tonight. Yeah. Fucking, yeah, going into the rack.
That was bullshit. They lost to Michigan. They should have ended the year undefeated.
I know. It's sad.
But Joe Lombardi, or Lenardi, however the hell you say his name, had Rutgers last 4 in before the game started. So that definitely, in my eyes, solidifies them in the fucking tournament, baby. I hope they make a push.
So who you're taking Rutgers?
I got
for-
Rutgers fucking in the Big Ten. I got them fucking winning 2 games in the tournament.
What does Geo Baker do?
Cash money.
He makes us bread. Geo the
Makes
Baker.
Money.
Yeah, well,
That's
my
all.
pick was Penn State, but after seeing that performance, I don't know if I want to rock with them. But fuck it, I'll just let it ride with Penn State.
It's
Okay.
it's a
Winning
toss
that.
up, man. It's
It
a
really
toss-up.
is, yeah.
Next
And then
conference.
last one we got here. Well, I guess we could do one more after it. We'll do ACC. That's another tough one. I mean, it's 4 ranked teams.
Let me lead
um,
off with this one.
Yeah, what you got?
This might surprise some people, but I'm going Louisville. And like there's after what happened to their program, I think it was exactly 4 years ago, and this is their first year they're allowed to compete again with Rick Pitino and all that went down.
Might have been a little
It
longer
might have
than
been
4 years.
It might have been 5 years ago, and then 4 years happened, and now this is the 5th year.
I think it was our
but-
freshman year of college.
Yeah,
Sophomore.
and I mean they have already bounced back like incredibly, and they're looking good. Like obviously they don't win every game, but they can compete with anyone. And the way that Duke and UNC are looking, real quick, if you guys like, who are you more disappointed with this season, UNC or Duke, with their talent level? Because UNC has less talent than Duke, I would say. I think everybody would agree with that.
And that's how.
So given
yeah,
their
coming into
talent
the
level,
season,
who are you
too.
more surprised with where they're at right now?
I mean, I never thought I'd see UNC at the bottom of the ACC standings. Like,
Yeah.
even though like they weren't highly recruited this year, obviously they got Cole Anthony, but besides him, they lost a lot of key players too. But just seeing him at the bottom of the list here is kind of
It's
demoralizing.
weird.
Yeah,
It's weird, right? You're like,
You're a UNC
is that
fan, right?
yeah.
Is that a typo?
You
That
got
guy is too.
you got to be more disappointed with Duke in
Ed
my
Dulio,
eyes.
boys. Look at him.
More disappointed with Duke. I mean, Duke, year after year, always a top team in the ACC. The Tar Heels were hurt all year. I mean, Cole Anthony was even hurt. So I don't know how
Yeah,
you
but
can
then he
put
came
that
back
on.
and they lost 6 games straight.
Yeah, but it's one player, dude. Their whole team has been banged up all year long, and they didn't have talent to begin with in the beginning of the year. You can't blame Roy Williams. It's the first time he's ever had a losing record, I think, at UNC.
We'll get back into that, though.
But my pick for the ACC, I'm going with Florida State. They're good year after year. They got length. They have size. They can shoot. I think Duke's trash. Louisville has a good shot, so I think it's a good pick by you. But the rest of the ACC, I think, is weak, so I'm going with Florida State.
Yeah,
Virginia's got a shot.
I'm with you with Florida State just because they play good defense too, and they got scorers, so I'll rock with them.
I think Virginia has a shot, though. Like, they look decent.
They do the same thing every year, man. They just
play
don't
small
perform
ball,
well, but they don't
yeah.
perform well when it gets to the big
Not
stage.
small ball, but they just fucking
What
work
do you
the
mean?
ball
They just
around.
won the national championship last
And what
year.
happened the year before that? They lost in the first
they don't
round as
do
a
well
one
on the
seed.
big
They
stage.
don't.
They
Yeah,
just
literally
won it
just won
literally
it.
last
Yeah,
year.
you can't say
Time
that.
out. So if they win it last year, but then they lose the year before as the one seed, what do you,
That's
How
still a
can you say
win.
they're good?
They still
They
went
still
1
got
and
it
2 in
done.
the past 2 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what time when you lose in the tournament if you don't
a
win.
one
And
seed?
they just won it the last year.
A one
It's
seed-
They
not like-
just won.
A one
the
seed has
national
never
championship.
lost. A one seed has never lost before them.
Yeah, I mean,
Again,
UMBC.
they made
right?
Like I
history
said.
2 years in a row.
yeah.
Simple as that.
That's it.
trash. They're awful. Garbage.
All right,
Keep
last
moving.
one. We'll do this for you, Ken.
Yes, sir.
The West,
Ed,
Western Conference.
quick shout out to Grandpa Dulio. I hope he hears this on the podcast, and I will
Yes.
definitely bring him in when it gets further into the tournament. West Coast, baby, Gonzaga. I just want to let you guys know this. I have a bet. It was the 49ers to win against the Vikings, money line, of course, dub. I got Gonzaga winning the chip, and I got the Bucks winning the Eastern Conference Finals.
I got
2K,
that too, baby.
2K to pay $66,000, and my Bulldogs are right around the quarter from taking the chip. And guess what, baby? We're
Right
going
around
to
the corner. We
Bonaire,
got a
baby.
long way to
We're
go.
going to Bonaire. But Grandpa Dulio, shout out Grandpa Dulio. He's on the wave with me. Zags are taking it all this year.
Okay. I got the Zags out of the West, too, for sure.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't think they're gonna win it all, but I really do hope so. So we can fucking rip
I
something. I'm gonna go overseas somewhere.
I do want to give a little sleeper pick just for people trying to make some big money. Throw 100 down in the Mountain West. UNLV's winning that tournament.
You're all
They're
on-
taking down SDSU again. They can't play. They can't compete against them. I'm telling you.
Do you know one player on UNLV?
UNLV has won their past 6 games.
Do you know one player on the team?
No, it doesn't matter. College basketball is a coaching game. It's a coaching game.
San Diego State's a bust. They're going to get knocked out, I think, Sweet 16.
There's actually some competition in the Mountain West. Like New Mexico's pretty good. I know Colorado State's pretty good.
Is
UNLV, Nevada, Utah State.
Nevada,
Nevada's
that's what I was
not
gonna
bad,
say.
yeah.
Nevada's pretty good.
That'll be pretty competitive. I think this year is just gonna be madness. Just in the conferences and then the tournament. It's just gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I
It'll
agree.
be very enjoyable.
It's one of those years. Just like there's no besides Kansas. I think Kansas is clearly the best team, and then you got like Gonzaga.
No. Stop. Rephrase that.
No,
Yeah.
Rephrase
what
that.
Kansas and Gonzaga, and
No,
then you got
rephrase
the
that.
rest.
All right, kid. Well,
Oh, you
know
got
what?
Gonzaga and
doesn't
Kansas.
play
Yeah,
anyone,
I said
kid.
rephrase that. That's what I said. Rephrase that.
You're
Thank
gonna
you.
you're gonna get humbled. Don't worry.
Do you want to come on vacation? I ask you this every week, dude. When Gonzaga wins the
I just love
chip,
to
you're
talk
gonna be
shit.
left
Yeah.
behind, dude.
Yeah, you can't keep talking like that.
Come on,
Sooner
you
or
gotta
later.
support it. Sooner or later, they're just gonna win it all. and
Well,
then you're
once
gonna
we
be
go to
screwed.
Weehawken and we make that, we don't even care about Gonzaga.
Oh my god, yeah, and fuck Gonzaga then at that rate.
I love how we're going to Weehawken.
I'm hyped for Weehawken.
I've never even been to Weehawken.
I don't even know where Weehawken is.
I don't know. It's some place by like Jersey City, right? And they're all like the same thing, Hoboken, all that shit.
Yeah, I think it's a little southeast.
All the Bergen County kids listening are gonna be like, "You fucking idiot."
We're from the
Union
sticks,
County.
all right? Relax. Yeah, it's like
What
yeah,
is it?
it's south. It's south of West New York.
Sorry, I never learned my counties.
Yeah, no such thing as Central Jersey either. Just north and south.
It's south. It's north south of West New
No,
York.
it's south of West
It's
New York.
east of northwest New York.
All right, fuck this. Let's just move on. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking
East?
about this.
I'm just fucking around. I have no clue.
Move on, Dean.
All right,
Man.
MLB. Let's dive into
Oh,
a little Yankees Dodgers. Maybe a little preview of the World Series coming up. Got some time, but well, actually not really. I mean, we got opening day right around the corner, end of March. So Let's make some little early picks here. Are you guys rocking with the Yankees Dodgers World Series? Who's competing with them?
I think that in the NL, I think there's a few teams. I think the Braves are going to have a good chance at the NL this year. Acuna, they picked up Ozuna from the Cardinals. They got Freddie Freeman, who's a beast. Low key, though, I want to say right now, low key, not that I'm being biased, but I think the New York Mets have a good shot. What are you looking at, Ed?
I hear this
What are you
every
looking at, Ed,
year.
with the Cubbies?
Every year,
I'm
man.
telling
Sooner
you.
or later, he's gonna be
Stop,
right.
I'm
though.
telling you. I'm telling you.
I mean, yeah,
The
if you say it
experts
every
are
year.
saying it too. If they're healthy this year and stay healthy, they're gonna make the playoffs. And guess what, baby? You know what happens when the Mets make the playoffs.
You know the
They
Mets are
make
going
a
to
run.
do.
They make
they're
a
going to be
run.
typical Mets and do something very dumb in the middle of the season. It's going to fuck up their whole season.
I'm hoping not, dude. It's been hard. It's been hard to be a Mets fan lately, but
It's typical though.
but yeah, I think that the Braves have a good shot. I think the Yankees are in good shape. I mean, Sevy hurt Herman with the domestic abuse.
That's disappointing. What happened to Sevy, man? I just like, even though I'm a Red Sox fan, that still just like makes me mad. I don't know why.
I mean, you just hate to see like top players
Yeah,
in
yeah.
any sport go down. You know what I mean?
And like last year, he was hurt too. It's just like, when are you gonna get healthy, bro?
Yeah. Hopefully
You're
after
playing
this Tommy
fucking
John-
baseball. Like, honestly, it pisses me off how much people get hurt in baseball. I might not understand it to the full extent, but like,
It's a
dude,
lot of shit.
you're playing fucking baseball.
The most common thing
pitchers
is like
are-
sliding.
Pitchers, I get it because like you're throwing as hard as you can constantly.
No, I mean other
But
places
like other,
too.
it just doesn't make
Sliding,
sense to
hit
me.
by pitches.
wasn't Sevy
The
Like,
most
suck it
common
up.
thing is pulling a fucking hammy, running a first out of the box.
wasn't
Like, you're a
Sevy hurt all
professional
last
athlete.
year?
You can't run to first
Not
without
all
pulling a
last year.
hammy.
He was there opening day and at least a few months or so after.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is though is if he had arm problems last year, why didn't they look into it in the offseason? He
I don't
pitched
know.
in the playoffs. That's it, right?
I don't know why.
That's the only thing he pitched in. I'm pretty sure.
No, he pitched early too.
So we
in the
just
year.
got word from an inside source that Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton will not be playing opening day.
Yeah.
Does that give others an advantage right off the bat? I mean, it depends how long they
Listen.
play or they don't play. But
Listen, it look at the Yankees last year. The amount of injuries they had is ridiculous. Like their whole starting lineup from opening day, from like and then after
oh
like the
no,
MLB
yeah, last
All-Star
year
break
was ridiculous.
was
for sure.
completely different. They got so much depth though. I don't think it matters. You look at the outfield. All right, no Stanton and no Judge. You throw Talkman out there. You throw Gardner out there, and then they're even talking about
That guy's still
moving,
playing, bro.
Little juice head.
Gardner. Oh yeah. Hopefully, yeah, he'll have a few.
Jesus Christ.
Bat bangs on
Stanton
the
was the
dugout.
worst pickup for the Yankees, in my opinion.
It's just all the money.
They don't even need him, bro. They don't even need Stanton.
They don't, but no one's gonna trade him.
How long? As a Yankee, right? Yeah, 18 games as a Yankee, and he's been there for what, 2 seasons, right? That last year was his second season.
That's
This
it?
is his second season.
He's only played 18 games?
Dude, he's been
Are
injured.
you sure?
That doesn't sound right.
Pull it up. But
No way.
dude,
Because he had like 30 home runs his first year with the Yankees.
well, dude, he also is hitting home runs at Yankee Stadium.
Okay, I'm just saying.
30 home
What,
runs.
30 in 13 games?
It's 18. It's 18, not 13.
Yeah.
It was 18.
There's no way. What do we got, Dean?
Let's see. Pull up stats.
But honestly, I don't think there's a question. I think it's Yankees Dodgers this year.
I think it's due. I think that it's gonna happen this year. And the Dodgers getting Mookie Betts is huge.
It's crazy.
It's huge. It's enormous.
I want to talk about the reasoning for that trade a little bit.
What with Mookie Betts?
I don't think a lot of people realize it was mostly about David Price getting rid of that contract for the Red Sox. Like David Price, all that money he was eating up, they shipped that off, and now the Dodgers have to pay that.
Yeah, but
so
why does that have to do? What does that have to do with
The
Mookie?
thing is, Mookie Betts, this is his last year of the contract. So the Dodgers are only going to have him this year unless they re-sign him. They got to pay him $400 million for whatever, like a huge contract. But if the reason that the Red Sox let him go is because they still have the chance to re-sign him. They still have the chance to
Oh, yeah,
re-sign him
yeah.
next year
Okay.
after his contract is up. It's just like he goes into the free agency.
He's all about the
They're
money,
only-
though.
Yeah,
He's
but
just
they're
all about the
only
money.
losing him for 1 year. And they got rid of David Price's contract, who was eating up so much money in their salary. In their salary.
I don't even
So I
think
just-
David Price is good. I think he's overrated.
Well, yeah, that's the whole
His
point.
prime
Like
was-
he's getting paid like an ace,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
not
not
an
even
ace
near
anymore.
that. and we
Not even
finally got
close.
rid of that contract, and we could still sign Mookie Betts back next year.
Bro,
So, like, it
Red Sox
doesn't-
are irrelevant. All right, I don't want to hear.
Andrew Benintendi is going to be the
Stop,
best
Stop it.
leadoff
We are
hitter
not talking
this
about the
whole
Red
year.
Sox right
Oh,
now.
we're talking
All right,
about the
no,
Red
we're
Sox.
not.
Stanton played
No, we're
100,
not.
158 games in 2018. Finished with 266 batting average, 38 home runs, 100 RBIs. Struck out 211 times, breaking the Yankee record
Maybe last year.
set
he
by
only-
Judge
yeah.
his rookie season.
So last year he only played 13 games, but
18 last year.
18, yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
I think it's going to be Dodgers Yankees. It's due. It's going to happen.
I
this
think the
year.
Yankees.
The
are gonna
Yankees
make
are
it.
due.
The
What's it
Yankees
been?
are fucking
It's
due.
been over 20 years since they've
Since
won.
they won it. They last won
Or
it
it's been-
2009. 2009 they last won it.
If they can't make it this year, and if
Hmm.
they can't win it this year, they should just fold as a team. They
I
just
mean,
got
if they
Garrett
just stay
Cole.
healthy, like it's so hard when they just injury prone. Sure, they have people who can step up, but it sucks when you don't have half your lineup in, more than half.
How do you think I feel as a Mets fan? It's the same fucking
No,
shit. every
nothing.
single
Nothing
year.
was as bad as the Yankees last year, and like no, it was never really seen in MLB history. Something like that. Their whole lineup changed,
Yeah, I know they did,
Their own-
but
the
they
entire
still
lineup.
almost made it to the World Series.
and that just goes to show the management and the players we have in our system.
So the Dodgers are plus 375, and the Yankees are plus 400 to win the World Series. I think when I was looking earlier before Sevy got hurt, they were plus 350, the Yankees.
Probably.
So they were
probably
favored
changed a
at the
little bit.
time, and that was after the Mookie Betts trade.
Then Sevy
But
got
now-
hurt, and then Stanton,
Yeah,
and then Judge.
And now they're plus 400.
Yeah.
But I don't think that makes as big of a difference. I mean, Sevy, I think, makes the biggest because he's out for the year, right?
Yeah, he's a top pitcher in the league.
Yeah, he just
He's a
got.
But
really
he's
Tommy
out for
John.
the year.
He's
Like
got Tommy
Stan-
John surgery.
Stanton
that
and
takes at
Stanton and
least-
Judge are going to be back. Like
Takes
it's
at
not
least
like
8
that's
to
going
10 months to heal.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
if you're
terrible.
a pitcher, he'll probably be out. Yeah, he's out the whole year.
Yeah.
Maybe playoffs, but there's no point.
That's their Achilles heel, though. Same thing as last year. They're starting pitching. Paxton, he's hurt for a few months, right? Then you have Sevy, who's done. Herman with the domestic abuse. You're rolling with Garrett Cole and Tanaka. I don't even know who else is your pitcher, Dean. Besides Tanaka and Cole. I don't even know who else would start for them.
I couldn't really tell you.
Yeah, so that's their Achilles heel. I mean, they're
Shit.
yeah, but their offense can carry them.
We need them to win with our bet, kid.
Relax. When we get there,
We got a full season.
we got a full season.
You know,
ahead of
baseball season fucking drags on for
It's
feels like
ridiculous.
years until the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, they got Hop. I mean, they'll be using their bullpen a lot too, just like they did last year.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
They used they did a bullpen game at least once a week last year.
Okay.
So while we're on MLB, let me ask you, Chesney. Can Mike Trout be considered the best player in the MLB without ever winning a postseason game up to his in his career so far?
No fucking shot. No shot in hell. Can you be considered one of the greatest of all time and not even he hasn't won a single playoff game in his career? I don't care what team you're on.
He's only made it once.
You can't be considered one of the best of all. Like this actually makes me mad. If anybody puts him in the greatest of all time conversation right now, you're stupid. I'm sorry, Dean, you're stupid.
Dude, he's the fucking greatest of all. Not the greatest of all time. He's definitely one of the greatest of all time.
I don't-
Dude, his numbers are fucking insane.
So is
No one
baseball
ever-
so is baseball the only sport where accomplishments don't matter? Is that because
yeah.
every other sport that's how
Well,
it
what
works?
do you mean?
If you don't
What
win
do
a
you mean
championship,
accomplishment? He's a 2-time MVP. He's Rookie of the Year, 6-time Silver
need a
Slugger,
chip, though.
8-time All Star.
yeah, but what? Okay, so if LeBron stayed on the Cavs his whole career and never won a fucking championship, could he ever even be close to be considered one of the best? No.
Carl Malone is, and he
but
never
he's
never
not-
won a
Yeah,
championship.
but he's like tier 3, I would say, maybe 2, but he's not tier 1, guys. Like
Carl Malone, yeah, he fucking
he's
is.
not.
He's tier 1. What are you
Charles
talking about?
Barkley, you could argue that would be a better argument. Charles Barkley.
Oh my God, you are fucking. What are you smoking over there, man? You're fucking crazy.
Dude,
If you think
can't-
Charles Barkley is better than Carl Malone, you're fucking nuts.
he was more athletic.
No, dude. All right, stop. All right, Mike Trout, dude. Just his numbers alone, and baseball is more of a team sport than any other sport out there. So
Okay, so you
yeah,
I
I mean, yeah. As far as championships goes, like you don't weigh that as much into the conversation about being the best of all time.
what about the
than you do with
NFL?
any
You're
other
only
sports.
playing one side of the ball. You don't even have that big of an effect on a
Dean.
game. But if you don't win a championship, you're not considered one of the best.
Dean, how old is Mike Trout? He's not. Is he? I don't think he's 30 yet. Is he?
If he
He's
wants,
pretty close.
if
gotta
he
be close.
wants to be
28.
considered one of the best of all time, he needs to leave the Angels.
I think
That's
he's
what it
gonna.
comes down
I think
to.
he'll leave the Angels eventually.
There's
I do.
no way
do.
you can be. Like, maybe you could put him up there like a top 10 guy and be like, this is the one guy that didn't win anything, but he's still great. And, like, I get it. He's a great baseball player, but how do you know until he's put in situations like you got 2 outs, you're down 1 in the World Series? Like, he's never been in a situation like that.
You know what's different about
That's
baseball?
where Jose Altuve's reading signs. He's hitting home runs, bro.
You know what's
The
different?
best.
You know what's different?
Yeah, he's the best.
You keep bringing up football and basketball. I
I
guess
could bring
basketball's
any
the same.
sport.
But
Any sport. It
baseball-
doesn't matter what
Baseball's
sport.
so
baseball's
different.
totally different. I think.
Than any other sport.
Well, dude, you gotta think about it. You're playing 7-game series all the way through against the best pitchers, and you have 1 at bat with 9 guys
Not all the way
batting.
through.
What do you mean? Well, you have 5 in the first round.
Yeah.
Same shit, Dean. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
there's still a lot of games.
My
Yeah.
point is that you're facing the best pitchers. You have 1 at bat. You probably get 4 at bats.
3 maybe.
3, 4 at bats for you to make a difference in a game, and the rest is a team sport. The fact, if you look up his numbers, he has the best numbers in the past 3 years, I think,
His
ever.
WAR is he's outslugging.
Of all time,
He's
the best?
outslugging Babe Ruth.
yeah,
Like
he is. So he's definitely in consideration, but I would like to see him leave the Angels and go to a team that's going to compete because you want to see him in the playoffs. I've only seen Mike Trout honestly probably play maybe like 10 times, honestly.
what do you
There's
mean?
no point.
Like
there-
just
yeah.
watch
Like in a
him?
game, dude. He's in the West Coast. That's what
I know, we
everybody's
He's
never get to
saying.
playing
see him.
We don't-
meaningless
like,
games.
I know, but
like
he's-
anybody can go in any sport. Anybody can go in a regular season game. They can fucking go off. And that doesn't mean
No,
shit.
everyone can't do that.
Like I'm talking about good
Like,
players
and put up
like
Mike
good
Trout
players.
numbers. No one's putting up Mike Trout numbers. That's
But
the
I'm
thing.
saying if you have no high stake plays where you're like changing a game, then what is the difference?
He's still
Like, you're not.
he's still winning games for them. It's not like the team is just
The thing
like,
with baseball,
losing
the
every
thing with
single
baseball
game.
too is basketball. Like it can go back and forth. Like you can legitimately start cooking and score 12 points and change the game. Baseball, if you're starting
need your
pitching,
team,
if your
yeah.
pitchers suck, and the Angels only have Otani, who they have? Otani, they Pujols, who's like fucking ancient. They have Calhoun, maybe.
Well,
like
they just signed Rendon. That's a
but-
fucking great
yeah, that's
sign.
huge. But my point is that he can only do so much in a game, and he's doing what he has to do. The team is just garbage.
Yeah, but
They're
like the
just
NFL is
garbage.
the same way. You're only playing one side of the ball, and like the NFL is even worse because you're only playing one side of the ball. And like if people don't win a championship, then you're not considered one of the best, and that's just how it works.
MLB is the worst with that because it's a full team. Like you need.
I get what
everyone.
you guys are saying, but you cannot put him as one of the greatest of all
Yes,
time
yes,
if he
you
doesn't
can.
win a single playoff game.
Yes, you can.
And I wouldn't even,
100%.
unless he even makes a World Series, I would never put him in that discussion. End of discussion.
No, I strongly disagree with that.
Dude, it just doesn't make sense. Like what? That's the only sport in the world where it doesn't matter if you win anything important. You could just play regular season games where you have how many games are in a regular season of baseball?
162.
162. So 162 games. People don't give a shit about those games. Like obviously they do, like to a certain extent. Like you got to win a certain number of them. But like, how do you even know these teams are playing their best baseball against Mike Trout? Like they might not even send out one of their good pitchers.
Well,
Well,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
how the schedule works out with the rotation of the pitchers. He could be facing all the best pitchers almost every single game. It just kind of depends.
I don't know, man. That's my point of view. If you don't win anything, then you have to leave the Angels. That's what it comes down to. Join a team where you're going to be able to give it a shot. And then we could talk.
What about Phillip Rivers though? Same shit.
Oh, you want to talk about
We're-
Phillip Rivers?
We're gonna go into football now. We might as
you,
well.
you know how I feel about
But-
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers is
Fucking
in the
hate him.
same boat. He's a Hall of Famer to some people. He has better numbers than Eli. Eli has the 2 Super Bowl wins, which solidifies it against Tom Brady. You beat Tom Brady twice. I don't care who you are. I could go and beat Tom Brady twice, and I'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, now I
Hands
get it.
down.
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on.
exactly.
Wait.
But
Wait, I'm sorry.
But-
I just want to go back to this Mike Trout real quick. So I just found a great comparison with all the stats compared to the greats.
Okay.
All right. This is where Mike Trout is all-time leading after his first 1,000 games compared to other greats after the first 1,000 games. All right. Hits. Pete Rose, 1,231. Mike Trout, 1,126. Total bases, Hank Aaron, 2,200. Mike Trout, 2,100. Home runs, Barry Bonds, 172. Mike Trout, 224. Runs, Ricky Henderson, 795. Mike Trout, 754. Base on balls, Barry Bonds, 603. Mike Trout, 638. WAR, this is the crazy one. Barry Bonds, 50. Mike Trout, 61.7.
Okay.
Like, he's just on pace to break every single record.
How many
there
of those
is.
games meant anything?
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter if you're putting up the stats.
This is like having someone in the regular season, like someone like James Harden. This is a great comparison.
And James Harden is one of the best scorers of all time.
I get it. It's a different. And Mike Trout is one of the best hitters of all time.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's one of the greats. Like, greats is about accomplishments. Like, if James Harden is not one of the greatest of all time just because he goes off in regular season.
Let me ask you.
I understand the difference in sport, but it's still a good comparison.
Let me ask you. He's never going to win a championship with the Angels.
Will James Harden never win a championship?
No. Stop comparing James Harden to Mike Trout. It's not even close.
Yeah, no, he won't.
It's the same thing.
My question is,
no, it's not.
if Mike Trout wins a playoff series for your sake, does that change your mind?
If he goes out there and he's
hitting
walk,
he
if he
will
hits a
be.
walk off or something and then brings them to a next series, then
But the thing with baseball is different.
that
Here we go
starts-
again. We're gonna do this comparison. Basketball, game on the line. You give the ball to your best player. It's tied up. He's gonna take that shot.
baseball you don't have the option.
Yeah, baseball you don't have the option, so you can't
I
put
get it.
So
that
much
into
different.
perspective because
then you
LeBron's
think about-
gonna get
yeah.
the last shot every single time.
And then-
Mike Trout just has to happen to be in the right spot in the lineup at the right time.
And then you
it's
talk
a lot
about
of luck
about
too.
the NFL not being on the field. You know, you're on the other side of the ball. Well, so is Mike Trout when he's fucking in the field. He can't help what his pitcher's throwing.
still on
if
the
he's getting
field.
shelled,
He's still on the field.
and he's not like he's making errors. The guy doesn't make errors. He has 6-time silver
Gold
glove, and the silver slugger too. But talking about defense, Gold Glove.
Listen, I get it, but I'm talking about comparing him to I get it. He's a great baseball player. Like, he is one of the top talents we've ever seen, but that doesn't mean he's one of the greatest of all time. I think that has
Nah, I disagree.
I think that has to do with accomplishments.
All right, let's go back to NFL. I'm sorry, I just wanted to bring that up.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Move on with it.
All right, what were you guys talking about? Tony Romo, right?
No, bring it up.
Tony?
Well, no.
Oh, the
what are you guys
contract?
talking about?
We were talking
Yeah.
about Philip Rivers and some shit. We didn't bring up Tony
okay.
Romo yet, but
All right. So yeah, let's do Tony Romo and the crazy contract that he got. It was CBS, right?
CBS Sports.
I think he deserves it. I love watching him commentate. Like,
Don't
football
get me
games.
wrong. Yeah, he's one of the best commentators I've ever seen.
Like,
and
he's the only guy that I've
breaks down the whole
He
game.
really will be like, okay, like, he's got two wide here. You could tell they're running cover too deep. He's gonna look for an inside route right here above the linebackers, and then
bang.
you just watch it happen.
It's
and
fast-
you're like, dude,
it's
this
crazy.
is awesome.
Every offense that he looks at, it doesn't matter what offense it is. It's crazy. He says a little audible, and he's like, "Oh, run to the left."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the guy's
dude,
running
he-
off the
he
tackle to the
knows-
left.
and
It's
not
just
even
crazy.
like it's not even like a team he played for. He just knows like whoever's doing it. He just understands
He
the game
knows
so
football
well,
so well,
which
yeah.
makes him a great announcer.
But dude,
But like Troy Aikman's not
17
even
mil.
that good. Like, and
No, he's good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
I'm
like he's
not
better
as good.
than.
but
he's-
I'm saying he doesn't
better
like
than-
break it down.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love his voice. Like, he's got a hell of an announcing voice.
Well, no one really does what Tony Romo does now, like prior to Tony Romo being an announcer. You know what I mean? Like, no one
Like,
really
he
broke down the
started it.
game like that.
Yeah, he kind of like started
He
it.
got that contract quick. What has he been doing it for? 3 years, maybe?
Last year,
2 years? 2-3
maybe
years?
was last year's first year doing it.
I don't think so.
At
No, I
You
think
know?
2 years
I think it was 2 years.
since he retired.
And you
I
didn't
don't
take a year
know. He
off
might have
for-
taken
at
a
all?
year off.
Well, he retired like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit ago.
But I think he probably
Wait,
had
think
a
about
year
Dak.
off.
Dak
so
got like what 2016 probably entered
I think
the
he's
league.
been playing for 4 years. So
Well, yeah, he's off his rookie contract, right?
Yeah,
So 4 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas and the NFL players are pissed off.
Well, yeah, you see the
Pissed
tweet. I
off.
saw a tweet. It was Tony Romo is, if he signs the contract, will make more than 90% of the league per year. How fucking? He's an announcer.
He's going to make more money announcing, I think, than he might have as an NFL player.
Probably.
I saw something.
It's ridiculous. I think it's way too much money.
I
and
saw
then they're setting the
something.
bar for announcers, and then there'll be other announcers as good as him, and then they'll be bitching about, oh, I don't get Tony Romo money. It's just the whole thing now.
that's true.
Like, why
I'm
set the bar
gonna
that
play
high?
devil's advocate for a second, just because if we think about it, like, who is the best at their jobs? Like, compared to NFL players, like, I get it. Michael Thomas, obviously, he's one of the best. He's getting underpaid. There's no.
I mean, he got a big contract last year, but
But compared to what
What he
like
did last year,
produces.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, like, Tony Romo, I think of him as a top 3 announcer, if not the best right now for the NFL. And I get it, you're overpaying. Any announcers making too much, but like I don't know what Troy Aikman is making, like
Let's
one
see.
of them.
I mean, maybe I can look it up.
But if it's a little bit more than that, then what's the big deal? Because I think he really is the best announcer.
What's the big deal? The big deal is that Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for like less than what Tony Romo was making as an announcer. The
Nah,
fucking
I don't know about that.
look
Why
it up.
is-
The money differential between that is absurd.
$27.4 million.
Who is?
That's what.
A
Oh,
year?
Really?
Okay.
That's what it's saying.
So he makes more.
Maybe not. Maybe that might be his.
Endorsements
That might be
and stuff
endorsements
too.
because I'm pretty sure that they said that Tony Romo's contract was the highest.
But like if
paying
you're the
contract
best at a certain like at your craft, you get what I'm saying? Like I think of him at least as one of the best announcers, so he should be paid like a top announcer. I don't know what the other ones make.
They're
But-
estimating Troy Aikman at $1 million salary annual, but it might be different.
1 million.
Yeah, and
Annual?
I'm reading something right here. It says like the average is like 1 million
And
per year.
and Tony Romo's making what?
17 mil.
Okay.
Like,
So like
alright.
that's like
Where did
ridiculous.
where did they get that number from? Is my question.
That's what he asked
17
for.
mil?
He asked for 15. They're like, "Nah, we'll give you 17."
Like, all right.
Dude, that is crazy.
It's
But
ridiculous.
It's absurd though. I mean,
that's just me playing devil's advocate though. Like at least he is probably the best announcer at
No,
it.
he
Like
is.
I
I
enjoy
agree.
watching him like to the point where I will watch a certain game because he's announcing.
I agree.
yeah.
Like he just makes it more like you learn more about the game. And I love football, so that's just like that
why,
really
why even be a player? Go being a fucking announcer.
well, that's how you if you're a player for long enough, then you know the game and you could be an announcer like that. Like Tony Romo did his time in the league. I don't
He
know why
did.
all these players are getting so pissed. He did his fucking time. And he took pay cuts while he was a Cowboy.
But he sucked and never won the big game at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's like Mike Trout.
No, actually, Mike Trout doesn't even get to the game, right?
That's true.
Well, staying
Tony didn't
All right,
either. though.
staying on the Cowboys.
yeah.
Is Dak worth the $33 million contract that he just got offered?
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Absolutely. He's worth it.
Mm,
If he's getting paid Carson Wentz money, I think of him as a better future quarterback, sorry, Ed, than Carson Wentz. And I mean, Carson Wentz blew it after he got paid.
They're talking about load management for him now.
Carson Wentz?
Yeah, I just saw that before.
What? Gonna play him 10 games a year?
He's so injury prone.
Should have kept Nick
stupid.
Foles as the backup. Couldn't
Yeah.
though. You couldn't though. They both wanted way too much money. You couldn't keep both of them.
Now look at Nick Foles. Losing his job to fucking,
Sucks he got hurt.
what's his name? Gardner Minshew, the third.
My thing is this. Jerry Jones has done. He's paid. Amari. Well, he's gonna pay Amari Cooper. He's paid defensive players. He paid Ezekiel Elliott. He's just holding off on Dak Prescott for how long now? And it was between the coach or it was between the players and the quarterback. And he got rid of Garrett, so I think he recognized that Garrett was the main problem on that team. But I think they're going to just wind up franchise tagging Dak, to be honest with
Dak
you.
wouldn't like that though. He
he
wouldn't
wouldn't-
want to do that.
But he doesn't. He wants more money, and if he doesn't take this offer, then what is Jerry Jones going to do?
I think he should take the offer.
I think he
But-
should take the offer. I don't know. I don't think he's worth more money than this. I don't.
So that was
he
the
I
hasn't-
think
official
it's a good
offer, though.
offer.
Like it's
Yeah,
just
it was-
waiting on Dak.
I,
right?
I think
it's waiting on
I think
Dak.
it's a good
I
offer.
think it's a
I
fair
think they made a
offer.
very fair offer, and they still are gonna have enough room in their salary cap to be
Yeah,
able
well,
to
they
play
have
around.
they have to
They
pay
gotta
Amari
sign
Cooper.
Amari
Well, they
Cooper.
can't. I don't think they're gonna.
What?
They got to
Sign
sign
Amari
they
Cooper.
they
I don't
They're
think they
they're already
will.
doing it. I'm pretty sure.
no, they're gonna sign Amari, but they're gonna let Byron Jones go
Yeah.
because he has another big
Mhm.
contract coming up. But I think they're gonna let him go and sign Amari
Okay.
I just don't trust Dak.
because
He
they
hasn't
gave up
won a
they
big
gave up the
game.
first rounder for Amari. You can't just let him go like that. Like you gotta re-sign him.
No, Amari Cooper's a beast. You have to keep him.
Yeah, for sure.
I just
Alright,
don't
so
know.
just
if he
like
has enough.
comparing the 33 mil that Dak got offered to other quarterbacks in the league right now. Right now it
Fucking
goes
Jared
Russell
Goff.
Wilson 35.
Worth
I know.
it.
Yeah, the Jared Goff.
That's
is
worth it.
ridiculous. Big Ben 34.
He was worth it.
Aaron Rodgers 33.
Worth it.
It's fair.
Jared Goff 33.
Nope.
Carson
Not
Wentz
anymore.
32. Matt
Nope.
Ryan 30. Kirk Cousins 28. Jacoby Brissett 27. Jimmy G 27. But these are kind of skewed a little bit because like the time that they signed it, like
Yeah,
it's more
yeah, yeah. It
recent,
goes
too.
up every year. The
Yeah,
salary
so-
cap.
But look at
So-
those top guys. Name the top guys again. Russell, Rodgers, and who?
Russell, Roethlisberger, Rodgers,
Yeah, just
Goff,
cut it right there.
Wentz.
Just cut it those top three. Dude, Prescott's done nothing compared to those three.
I mean,
Yeah, but he's making,
I'll
but it's
take
after
I'll
the
take
years.
Prescott
Well, my
over
point is why-
over Big Ben, Jared Goff, and
Well, you guys say
I
Big
put
Ben
Prescott
now.
same with Wentz as far as
I think
talent.
Russ, Big Ben, and Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers all got max contracts at the time, but a max contract now is like 40 mil.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's why Dak was just asking for a max or close to it. I think it's actually like 42. I could be wrong though.
I don't think Dak is worth that much, but I guess if they got money,
I think it's
if
right
they got
around
money
the-
to toss around, I think he's a good franchise quarterback. So why not pay
Yeah,
him?
dude, this guy does everything right on the field
does,
and
yeah.
off the field. Like, there's nothing he does. Like, he's a leader, he's a motivator, and he's a hell of a person, and he feeds the Cowboys brand. Like, what else could you ask
Like, why
for?
not? Yeah, why
And
not?
if you're, this is my issue with the whole subject. Like, if the Cowboys were planning on offering him this, why wouldn't you do this fucking 5 months ago when you guys were
You
on
see the
good
snob,
terms?
Yeah, you see the snob comment Jerry Jones made. Yeah, I didn't even think about it yet, or he said something like
Yeah,
that. Like what?
Fuck you, bro. You
He's like,
kidding
yeah,
me?
now it's just a matter of me writing the check. Like, all right, bro.
I just don't understand. Like, if you were planning on like caving in and giving him an offer, why not do it 5 months ago? Why
Yeah.
wait until Dak is like pissed at you, and then you give him an offer that's still less than he asked for? But if you offer, I think they actually did offer him like 30 mil, in November, and he declined it.
Dude, I think Jerry
So
because Jerry Jones
So he was just waiting. For
Jerry
this to get
Jones
more.
is under pressure. He did the same thing with Elliott. He didn't give him a contract right away. Elliott was overseas
yeah,
training.
but
Elliott,
had
Ezekiel
no
Elliott.
leverage. Zeke had no leverage, and he still caved and signed him.
Well, you had to cave with him. I mean, I guess you have to cave with
No,
Dak.
you
got
got to cave with Dak over Zeke.
All right, let's get into some other topics here because we're
I'd take Pollard over Zeke any day.
Stop.
Put him in.
for the money. I like Pollard a lot.
Oh yeah, for the money all day.
Pollard's nice.
Fuck Zeke, he's a scrub.
All right,
Got traded off my fantasy team. Bam.
let's start up a new segment here that we got called
Oh, yeah,
Handled
this
or
the new-
Scandaled.
This is the new though.
You can
Okay.
So,
Handled or scandaled, boys?
Chesney, you want to start it off right here? Are you gonna handled or scandal this one? MLB commissioner with the Astros.
Oh my god, I think we all know the answer to this.
Right.
This was too easy to put it on the topic list. Scandal. That's what I'm taking. Scandal. Oh my god, can you even? I cannot believe what happened with this whole thing. Like, it's so detrimental to baseball, and I just think the fact that technology was used is the big issue. Like, if you're, because in every baseball game, you guys played baseball for a while. I don't know if you guys did this in high school games or whatever, but
we use buzzers. Yeah.
no.
course.
I'm talking about you're reading like the other team regardless. Like, if you have technology or not on you, you're trying to like just get whatever you can, like little ins and outs.
Oh, 100%.
That's the type of cheating.
Oh yeah,
that
you're
is-
you're trying to
If you
look
could
at
steal
signs,
signs,
and
that's on
if you
them,
could try
yeah.
to figure out in your
That's-
head what they're doing.
That's the
Exactly,
type
that's
of
fine.
cheating
Why not?
that has always been around in baseball, and there's no problem with that. I have no problem with
Exactly.
that.
You got to change your
Exactly.
signs
But
then
when
if you're
you
getting
bring
caught.
when you bring in technology,
And you know
other-
100% what they're throwing,
and-
not guessing.
and other teams don't have this advantage, that's where it really gets to be an issue. Because now, and people keep saying like, oh, how much of a difference did it really make? It made a big fucking difference. If you know what pitches are coming, I don't care what you say, it definitely made a difference.
Knowing what pitch is going to be thrown, like, there's no really equivalent to that in any other sports. Like, I could think of, like, in NFL, maybe knowing what play the offense is going to run.
Yeah.
But even that, I feel like knowing what pitch is going to be thrown is more to their advantage, to the team's advantage. You know what I
think
mean?
both of those. I think those are pretty good parallels.
Well, at
because-
least like the football, like you could like audible out or like switch up something, like you know what I mean. Like
the
baseball.
thing is, you don't know that they know what you're throwing. Like, that's the whole issue. Like, you think they have no clue,
Let me say this.
so you're not even gonna call an audible because you have no clue that they know.
Let me say
Yeah.
this. Let me say this. Take away, put it to the side of the Astros winning the World Series. Put that to the side, okay? You had Jose Altuve, who had a buzzer, who won MVP that year, and probably stole it from Judge. That's
100%.
first off.
First off, Judge should have
That's
won it
first off.
regardless.
Second off, you have Altuve going up against Clayton Kershaw, who is by far one of the best pitchers in MLB, and they absolutely shred Clayton Kershaw. So they took down his credibility in the playoffs. People were criticizing Kershaw, saying he's washed up, he can't pitch. Well, no, he was just getting tipped off the entire fucking game.
Yeah, no, they just knew exactly what pitches
They
he
knew
was
exactly what pitches that he was throwing. So
Yeah,
you
poor
have
Kershaw
you
getting a
have
bad
other
rap.
players. You have other players who have been taking hits, who have been getting criticized because the Astros are cheating. Not only did they just win it and took it away from other teams, but just individual players are getting shafted
That's
and
the
getting
thing.
fucked.
So, like, I saw this report. It was one pitcher is actually suing the Astros because here's the situation. He was like an up and comer coming from AAA, got the start for the Astros, or I'm sorry, got a start. I don't know what team he was playing for, but playing the Astros, and he got completely shelled because the Astros were stealing games.
And they're like,
And,
yo,
like,
this pitcher's trash.
This guy's trash. Send him back to the AAA, and
Dude,
like that
yeah,
ruined
that's
his whole
awful.
career.
It probably ruined his whole
and that
career.
guy's he's suing the Astros. Like I don't know where they
Wow.
are in the case. I mean, it was.
Do you know his name?
Nah, I could probably look it up though.
There
All
was-
right, while you're looking that up,
There
let
was,
me
hold on,
just.
hold on. There was a stat when it was the Dodgers versus the Astros. There was a stat in one of the games. There was 52 pitches thrown outside of the strike zone, 54 thrown out of the strike zone. Not one pitch was swung at. 54 pitches in a baseball game. Think about that. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
that's-
And
that-
fucking think about that. 54 pitches. You don't swing out one? You don't swing out one pitch. Not one pitch
They
was
got
swung
good
at.
eyes, bro.
Not one pitch.
Good eye, good eye.
What I like though, what
Good
I
eye.
like about the league, first of all, fuck the commissioner. He's a piece of shit. What I do like about
Rob
the league
Manfred.
though is I like how they're throwing at the Astros here and there, and I think it will get worse as the season goes on. But what the players are doing now is instead of just going at these players in the Astros, they're standing on the mound and waiting like 15 seconds, like just shaming him, and people are just booing him left and
Oh.
right. It's just gonna be they're gonna get. The thing is, though, is if they do win this year, the Astros, I mean, that is probably the worst thing that baseball could possibly have.
Yeah,
The
so,
worst thing
So
that
I
baseball
found this
could have.
guy, former Toronto Blue Jays pitcher Mike Bolsinger, filed a lawsuit against the Astros, claiming the team stole his signs during the 2017 season.
Damn, dude, that is terrible.
I
Like,
mean,
it actually could, like a
not
guy
even
that's
just
on the
him,
fringe
too.
of
There's
like the
probably so
AAA.
many. Yeah.
A guy that's on the fringe, like if something like that happens, you're getting sent down. Like they're like, fuck you, bro, you can't
Yeah,
pitch.
and that's what happened to this
Well,
guy.
dude, it makes sense now that a 5-foot fucking guy is hitting fucking bombs out of a ballpark.
Let me
dude.
just give you these stats. So this is Altuve at home versus on the road in the playoffs. Because in the regular season, we were talking about this before. I don't think you're going to be
Yeah, they
cheating
don't
all the
care that
regular.
much.
Yeah, there's like you have a good enough team, you don't have to cheat in the regular season. At home, he was batting .472, .513 on base percentage, 1.028 slugging. Away, he was batting .143, .268 on base percentage, .229 slugging.
Yeah. like-
That difference is like, and Correa's coming out and saying that Altuve was one of the people who didn't cheat, and he has the stats that literally show that he cheated the most.
and then the whole don't rip my shirt off thing.
Like Correa at home, he was batting .371, away .211. Bregman at home .273, away .154. Like they were trash on the road.
It's just what could the MLB possibly do though to punish them?
Well, they
Like,
should have
what
done
can you
more than
do?
they did.
Suspend the entire team?
No, they should suspend him from the playoffs for 2 years. Don't let him have a chance to win anything.
So what is the regular season then?
You still have to play.
And
You made that
pull the
mistake.
World Series
Yeah, but
ring.
what happens when they don't try because they don't give a fuck and they give other teams leverages in stupid games like that? Like, you know what I mean? You can't just like say you got to play the full season. They're not going to give a shit.
I
Why would
love.
you give a shit?
Did you guys see like on ESPN it had the signs like the people holding up the Houston asterisks,
Oh yeah.
and then literally the people in the stadium were coming and taking the posters from the people.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. The Houston asterisks.
So I mean, just like I just want to compare real quick the stats between Altuve and Judge in the MVP race 2017. So Judge literally like he should have won it regardless of the whole cheating thing, but this just like puts the cherry on top. Judge, WAR tied with Altuve 8.1. Games played, whatever. Batting average, Altuve is that's the only category Altuve is beating him in is batting average. 346 compared to Judge 284. Everything else, Judge is better. OBP, slugging, OPS, home runs. He doubled his home runs, Altuve's home runs compared to Judge. RBIs compare 81 Altuve, 114 Judge. Runs 112, 128 Judge. Like those numbers are like just so much better.
It
Just
makes
the
it
average.
seem obvious. It really does that they were like cheating, and to an extent
This is
where it made a
bullshit.
big difference.
Sucks for Judge, man. Should have won that.
Handled or scandaled?
Scandal.
Deontay Wilder's loss.
The way yeah, okay.
All right.
First of all, I don't know how you can be a professional boxer and fucking blame your 40-pound costume on your legs. That's the most bullshit excuse I ever heard. You got your ass fucking kicked by Fury.
All right,
The whole world knew that Fury was going to kick the shit out of Wilder. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told all you guys. Nobody wanted to fucking listen to me. And Fury kicked the piss out of him. How can you blame your costume? Man up.
In Wilder's
Man up.
defense, it does like
What?
if you're wearing
Stop.
40 pounds for
Stop.
40 minutes, there is 30
So
to 40
you don't
minutes.
think? So you
it
don't?
definitely makes an effect on your legs.
You don't know
like-
you're coming out in a 40-pound costume beforehand.
Well, I'm just saying that
Come
was
on.
like I'm just saying that was very dumb on his part, but like it does affect your legs.
I just want to say it one more time because I want to reiterate and tell you guys I'm right again. Fury was better conditioned. He had a new trainer. He was in better shape. He was ready to go. Wilder wasn't. He was the same shit as last time. And if Wilder couldn't knock him out last time, I saw there was no reason why he would knock him out again this time. No reason.
The fact that Deontay Wilder made these excuses is a scandal in itself. Are you fucking? You're really gonna blame you? And you said this. You are a professional athlete. This is not like you're like maybe if I was wearing 40 pounds for 40 minutes, it might have an effect on my legs. You are a top athlete in the world. You're the best at what you do, and you're gonna blame your legs. And he said his legs were gone by the second round.
I don't even.
Like I just don't. Like,
I don't want to watch
Are you
it.
kidding me?
I don't
just
want to
dumb.
watch the.
It's just
the,
a
the next
stupid
fight.
excuse to try to make it seem like he can win this third fight, and there's no shot he wins this third fight. He's done. Deontay Wilder's over.
Listen, I
Unless
get
he
it. That's
fights
a
someone
bullshit
else.
excuse. I'm just saying, like, it definitely took a little bit of effect on his legs, but it is bullshit.
It
to,
didn't
like,
change the fight though. I don't-
yeah, no,
it
he
didn't
still got
change the
knocked
fight.
out. Yeah, 100%.
He was getting knocked down left and right.
Yeah.
Like wearing a 40-pound. I could hold a 40-pound weight for 20 minutes. It's not gonna make my legs fucking sore. He's like, I had to walk up like 3 sets of stairs. Like, are you kidding me? It's just sad.
Well, it's just
Oh.
dumb on his part too.
No, and yeah, he's got no shot in the next fight. I don't even want to watch it.
No.
All right, next one, handled or scandaled. Daniel Sturridge. You guys hear about this news? I kind of told you a
Nah,
little bit
Dean,
before.
enlighten
but-
us. Enlighten us.
All right, so essentially what happened here, we can kind of relate it to different things too, but so everyone's not really a soccer fan, but it's basically what happened with Sturridge. He was on Man City. This is like a few months ago, and then he transferred to some
They just
random
found
ass
out about
club.
it recently, though, right?
This is like a week ago, max a week. Like,
Okay.
so he's on Man City, becoming a free agent, and he's picking where to sign. So he told basically his family that he's going to sign with this club, and then that family member, probably multiple of them, put money that he was going to be transferred to that club, and then he did get transferred to that club. So
How'd they
basically,
catch him? Do you know?
I don't really. There were text messages, so I
Mm.
don't know. I guess they kind of pulled that, but maybe
I
it
wonder
was-
how much
maybe it was
money they
leaked
threw.
too.
It must have been a lot.
It had to be a lot. They like to be able to like flag that, like,
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
to dig like text messages. It had to be
Mhm.
a decent amount of money.
If I was a professional athlete, I'd have all you guys just betting on shit that I was gonna do and just rack out.
Yeah, and then you'll be like Daniel
Throw
Sturridge.
throw an interception plus 175. Okay, pick 6 first pass of the game. I don't give a fuck. Give me my cut after the game, boys.
Yeah, see, that's why you're not in the league, right?
Yeah, you'll be like Pete Rose, banned for life, kid.
Hey, you
but
know what?
that's
Shit
different what
happens.
Pete Rose did. He's been on himself. But so Daniel Sturridge, the only penalty that he really got was he got fined 195K, which is like piss money to soccer players,
Yeah.
especially Daniel Sturridge. And then he got banned for 4 months from all soccer activities.
So pretty much not a big deal.
Pretty
No.
much like
Did they
barely
have to
nothing.
give the money back?
I don't know. I don't think that was ever discussed either. But I mean, probably I would assume not. Like I would just imagine like
Maybe
there's
that's
no
how
way.
much they won, the 185, so they just
Gave
paid
it back, maybe.
So we're,
Probably, honestly.
so we're gonna agree that all 3 of these topics were not
Yeah, these
handled
were-
very properly.
These were easy scandals, for sure.
It's just a
all
little, it's a little
scandals.
intro to the.
Besides Wilder for me. I mean, he got knocked out. There's no scandal there.
No, he
No,
got
no,
his
no.
ass
The
kicked.
scandal was him after the fight, trying to make excuses for getting destroyed the entire fight.
Ah, okay.
That fight should have been stopped in the 5th.
All right. It's fair.
Introduce the next segment, Dean. Another new topic.
Got another one here. Leave it or believe it. So these are little outrageous statements, but this is just kind of having a little
Yeah,
fun here.
this is us making outrageous statements, and then we all give reactions and talk about pretty much how realistic they are.
All right, so let's do the first one here. Tom Brady will end his career in Vegas. So it's
Ooh.
reported that he got offered 60 mil over the next 2 years. So
He
you gonna
did.
leave it or believe it, Ches?
Personally, if you asked me this like a week ago, or probably 2 weeks ago, I would have believed it. But now I'm leaving it, and I really, for fucking God's sake, I hope he does not go to the Titans. I don't want him. And they're like
I
the
would
Titans.
like it.
The Titans are plus 550 to get him. They're the second, and then the Raiders are plus 650. And
Yeah,
then
New
the
England's
Pats are
minus,
minus
like,
180.
120. Okay.
But the thing is, like, everybody's talking it, and they just keep saying how nobody thinks he's going back to New England. So I don't
Yeah.
understand how these odds are still that outrageous.
Vegas just thinks he's gonna
Otherwise,
stay,
yeah.
yeah.
But I don't think he's going to go to Vegas. I don't think there's any point. If he goes to the Raiders, you really think he's going to win anything with that team?
No.
They have so many holes. They got more things to worry about than getting a quarterback for 2 years. That's not even going to be able to make a big difference. He can't make plays out of the pocket. He's losing some accuracy.
So you're leaving it.
He might have better receivers than on the Patriots. I'll give you that. And that's that's still with scrubs.
Eh.
Hunter Renfro, bro.
Hey, he's a stud, all right. So you're
Who
leaving
else
it?
did they have? Who else did they have? The receivers.
Oh,
Tyrell Williams.
Yeah, Tyrell.
And then there's one.
Well, and then Waller too. I mean, he's a good tight end.
Yeah, he's a good tight end. I mean, but yeah, I'm
You're right.
leaving
Probably
it.
better. Yeah, probably better weapons than New
I'm
England.
leaving it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Bones.
Leaving it. Not even a discussion.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
I think he's going to either the Chargers or Tennessee. I know you like that, Kyle. He's not going back to the
No, he
Patriots.
doesn't.
This is the reason.
No, I don't.
This is the reason. This is the reason why he's not
I
going
don't
back to
want
the
him.
Patriots. Okay, he has nobody. He has Edelman, who's banged up. He has a rookie, and he has James White. That's his team. He's not going back to that same team. He knows that they can't win because that defense isn't going to be as good as it was last year. First off, second off,
He still has a better shot on the Patriots than the Chargers, though.
no, the Chargers. I think he has more weapons on offense. He has Keenan Allen, he has Williams, and he has Gordon and Eckler. And I don't
Gordon
think
is a free agent. They gotta try
Yeah,
to sign
and
him,
then
and
they
they
have-
gotta sign Hunter.
I think they're
Henry,
going to
too.
sign one of them, and that's probably going to be Gordon, in my opinion. But you don't know. I don't know. There was a thing that came out about Vrabel. How
Yeah,
the fuck you
Vrabel.
say his name?
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel and him having a conversation on FaceTime at the Syracuse game.
Yeah, with Edelman. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. He said he wasn't going back to the Pats on
There it
TV.
is.
He's about that, and I think he's going to go to Tennessee possibly. That might be the next topic or the next big move that he might be doing.
So you're leaving it.
I'm
if-
leaving that with the
Vegas.
Raiders.
Can I
Yeah,
just
no
say real
shot.
quick about Tennessee? If we are getting Brady, I
Why you
hope that
pissed?
we draft a quarterback.
Yeah,
Because I want someone to learn from. I don't want just to have Brady for 2 years and then wait 2 years and then draft a quarterback. That's not going to help anything.
Who else do you have?
But then you gotta.
Or
spend-
I'd rather just re-sign Ryan Tannehill. To be honest, the guy played hell of a last, what was it, 8 games,
Can they
10
sign-
games,
Can they sign Tannehill and Brady or not?
No.
and then
Nah.
plus playoffs.
I don't think so because Tannehill's going to
Probably
get 4
not, yeah.
years, and he's not going to.
All right,
Take a
real
cut on
quick.
that.
I mean, I don't think Brady's gonna go to Vegas, but I think there was a most recent article here that's saying the Bucks are really like a big target for Brady. They're really going after him. So
Just I don't. If I was
mean,
Tom
they
Brady,
got a lot of
every
talent
team is.
there.
I
I
feel like
mean,
every team is.
as far
but they
as
have no
receivers.
defense. They got a lot of offensive talent, but no defense. Their defense is trash.
it's getting better.
I
Like,
think it was
they
like
have the
bottom. I think it was
pieces.
bottom 10 in the league, giving up
They
like
got some
points
pieces.
wise
If they
and
could do well in the
yardage.
draft too, I mean, they could turn that defense around. They got some decent players on there, and they're off. I mean, their wide receivers are. You could say.
Yo, hold up, hold
You
up,
can make the argument.
Hold up.
What?
Breaking news, boys. Greg Popovich will be coaching the San Antonio Spurs the next game due to Popovich being out for personal reasons.
Let's go,
Shit.
Timmy D.
Is,
Timmy Big
is, Ti-
D?
is Timmy D the
And
new?
they won tonight.
Timmy Big D on the
I'm
coach.
checking right now.
Shit.
Yeah, they won.
Did they win? What was the final score?
Ed. That's pretty sweet though.
Yeah, they
Like,
won
you got-
104, 103. Dude, he might be the new head coach moving forward. That's a great transition.
potentially
You
the
had
best
Tim-
Spurs player of all time.
You had Tim Duncan, who's been under Popovich's belt the entire time. He knows the system. He knows how to win. It's just the next step. He's just going to take over for Pop when he leaves and be the same type of coach.
I wonder what this
Same type of
like
coach.
why Popovich left, like what the issue is. Like I mean, he's probably gonna
Yeah,
be
I don't
back. I
know.
can't imagine like he's just done.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's done, but that's good for Timmy D.
But that's probably why he's there, just to take over whenever Pop does want to leave.
It's smart. I think Pop's going to be done soon, honestly.
Yeah.
He's got a few more years
Yeah, he's
left.
old enough.
But sorry, I had to bring that up.
No, that's all good, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's awesome. You got one of the potentially probably the best Spur of all time. I mean, I don't know if there's any Spurs that are up to Tim Duncan's level.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Robinson was probably the next best Spur.
But I don't think he was as good as Tim Duncan. How many titles did Tim Duncan have? 5? 4?
4.
4 or 5?
Dude, that team they had with Tony Parker, Ginobili,
Yeah, dude,
Tim
that-
Duncan.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure-
I hate that team.
Dude,
They
were
would
just-
make me so mad because they would just always
Oh,
win
man.
big games. Oh,
They were good, man. That was like a, excuse me, that was like a dynasty.
He's
That was
got
a
he's got
dynasty.
5.
Timmy D,
yeah, he's got 5.
beast.
He's a beast.
All right, Dean, I got one for you.
All right, what you got?
Will Drew Brees,
Ooh.
or no, this is a statement. Drew Brees will bring the Saints to the Super Bowl in 2021. Leave it or believe it.
I'm believing that shit. I'm
Yeah?
running that to the moon.
Why? Tell me why.
Because Drew Brees is literally the GOAT.
Don't be
Bes-
fucking
be-
biased.
besides-
Give me a
besides
fucking
Tom-
stat. Give me a
besides
stat.
Tom
Give me
Brady-
something besides, oh, Breeze is the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Give me
Most touchdown
something.
passes, most passing yards, best completion percentage.
That just seems like whoever plays more games, though.
No. So what? He's an iron horse too. So what? I mean, what do you want from him? He's
Do you
seasoned
think?
in the league.
Yeah,
He's
but
got a title.
okay. This is my
Why,
argument.
why can't that team
Leave
make
that
it
fucking
to the finals?
shit because they do it every year. They choke.
But I'm saying,
They don't.
find
what
ways
if
to lose.
what if it was
The
Teddy
refs.
Bridgewater, or what if it was Taysom Hill as your quarterback?
I
Do
don't
they
see
still
why
have?
not.
Do
Yeah.
they still have the same sort of shot?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so
That
it's
team. It's the team, and then adding Drew Brees in there or Taysom Hill.
You do know that Drew Brees cost them the game.
so they're making the playoffs regardless of those 3 at quarterback, or they're making the Super Bowl regardless of those 3 at quarterback.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill starting quarterback, Super Bowl bound.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Oh, I didn't
believe
didn't
it.
say I believe that.
I believe
I
it.
was asking you.
I believe it. I'm with it.
What about you?
I'm leaving it.
Who's coming out of the NFC?
NFC's a little weak though.
I think the 49ers are going to take it again, to be
They're
honest
trash,
with you.
bro. Jimmy G's trash.
I think that he's going to take it again next year. It could be a repeat, honestly. I don't know. Lamar Jackson's going to be tough to beat, that team. It really all depends. You know how the off seasons are, but it's so hard to predict who's going to be in the finals next year.
Is it?
Yeah,
Chiefs are going to the finals.
You
or
have them
going to, yeah, Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl again next year, and they're winning it again.
I
Bold
would like to see
Bam.
that.
bold statement.
All right. All right, let's do this last one here. Leave it or believe it. Bones, will ask you here. We kind of touched on it a little bit before, but do you think this will be the last year that you see Roy Williams coaching UNC?
Nah, I'm leaving that too. He's not going to go out this year with just this one losing season. It's not really his fault, like we said before. He had a banged up team all year. It's just one of those weird years in the NCAA where some teams are just awful. You see it. Duke's just having a piss poor year too. You don't really see that of them. Now he's going to come back next year. I don't know what kind of team he's going to have, but he's not going to leave UNC. Having this bad of a year and just after all the accomplishments he's had with them, he's not going to leave.
Yeah.
No.
Chesney?
Yeah, I mean, after 32 winning seasons, you can have one losing season,
Yeah.
and you
I
don't
think
have to
that's
retire.
fair.
That is
Yeah,
fair.
You can
And
give him that.
Also, this guy is a competitor. Like you saw how mad he was in that press conference when he kept saying freaking. And he's like, I don't even know why I'm saying this right now. I've never said this before. But he's a competitor, and this makes him mad. He's going to come back next year, and UNC is going to be good next year. That's my thoughts.
I think they have a breakout year next year too.
I think they'll have a good recruiting class. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what Cole Anthony does.
He's
I
going to
think
draft.
I think so, but
He's going to go to the draft.
just because he's got hurt, like he's got so much like heart. That guy, like I wouldn't be surprised if he just comes back just to prove to everyone that he could take that team somewhere. But yeah, Roy Williams, no blame to him. I mean, yeah, first losing season ever. And this is actually this team this year, UNC, is the worst shooting from 3-point range percentage in UNC history.
Yeah, they just
So
had
like it's not his fault. Like they're just not they can't shoot the ball.
it's a bad recruiting year. I mean, it happens to teams.
Yeah.
It happens.
So he's coming back.
He's coming back.
We all agree.
Agreed.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
let's get to the next section, though.
Oh, we're going off the rails a little bit.
Who's off the rails, Dean? Tell
Ooh,
me.
we're going off the
Someone's got to
rails.
be off the rails.
All right, let's
Someone's
see
got to
this.
be off the rails. I want to know.
Kyrie, man.
Oh,
that
my
guy's fucking
mans.
out there.
Oh,
So
my
let's see.
man.
Is Kyrie Irving
Kyrie's
skill
off the
set
rails.
worth all the issues with the injuries and the off the court, drama that he starts? You think?
And he believes in flat Earth. I mean, it's just
Yeah, I
it's
mean, the
everything.
guy's
He's just
a
a
little nuts,
fucked up
right?
individual.
Dude,
So
oh.
what do you think? He's a little off the rails now.
Well, my argument would be that when KD comes back and he's not the number one player on the team, that it's going to fix a lot of things because he's not going to be the guy that's trying to be the leader because that's just not who he is on the basketball court. He's not a leader.
I mean, that's
And
what
he
happened with LeBron, though. You think
Apparently
he
he's
got pissed.
apparently he's a leader to all the other players in the league though because he was voted vice president of the NBA Players Association. I don't know how they saw that in him, but
I don't see that.
with all respect to Kyrie, he's my favorite player, but he just doesn't seem like a leader. He seems like the best number 2 guy you could have on your team. You have that dominant and obviously he's an all-star too. You have that dominant superstar, and Kyrie Irving's your second guy. You got a chance against anyone.
Yeah, but is he going to take that role? That's the key thing. We'll find out
He will.
next year.
He will. Because
He-
Kevin Durant's his boy. He never really was friends with LeBron like the way he is with KD. So he'll slow his roll.
Last year's season with the Celtics showed it all. He wanted to move away and see if he could do it by himself, and he clearly couldn't. But you see in his game too, he was so much better as the number 2 with LeBron. The whole reason why LeBron won that one championship was because of Kyrie's shot. Honestly, I don't think they win in overtime if it even goes to overtime.
That shot
But,
was incredible.
I mean, he's gonna play next to
Well, the
KD.
block, too. But
He's gonna play next to KD. I mean, there's really no reason why he shouldn't succeed with KD. I think, like you said, that they're gonna hash things out when he comes back. I think that he's just downplaying the year right now because he knows that they're not gonna make a push or do anything.
yeah.
He's gonna get ready in the offseason. I think KD will get his attitude changed around, and we're gonna be going to some Nets games next year, boys, for
for
sure.
sure, yeah.
I'm kind of hyped to
hyped
see
for that.
KD and Kyrie.
yeah. Yeah, Kyrie is definitely off the rails for me this season. I mean, biggest bitch award definitely goes to Kyrie. I mean, I did always like him just as a player, from New Jersey. I
The
mean, he
best
just-
handles in the league. He's so
best
it's
handles,
must-see
maybe
TV
even all
watching him.
time. I mean, the
Yeah.
guy's handles is off.
Him and
it's
AI.
crazy. But I mean, he's just always hurt too at Duke. With the Cavs, now with Brooklyn.
I
and he
think
was hurt
this
with the
year he's
Celtics,
just
so
kind of like. I think he's just like
Why
if he's
not
a
take
little
a
bit,
rest?
yeah, exactly.
he's just a
Save
bitch
himself for
now.
next year.
He's a little baby back bitch. All right. And then last one off the rails. This is kind of breaking news too with the whole Spike Lee situation that was going on today. What do you guys think about that?
He's out of his fucking mind.
So let's
dude.
just explain real quick.
Just- yeah.
He literally went to a Knicks game against the Rockets last night, and he went in his normal entrance. I guess it was like the employee
Employee.
with like special guest entrance or something. I don't exactly know, but he went in. He's been going to this entrance for 20 years. He said 20 years. He's been paying millions of dollars. He paid a grand total of around $10 million. They said on
No,
first take.
30 million.
$30 million on first take in the past like 25 years, whatever it's
30
been.
years.
And then, so they tried to tell him that he was already like in the elevator, like about to get to like his box, like where he sits. And they told him that he had to leave the stadium, go all the way around to a different entrance, and then come back in that entrance. I mean, if I was him, I'd freak out
Yeah,
too.
I'd be like,
I'm
what the
fucking
fuck are you
Spike Lee.
talking
Who the
about?
fuck are you? Like,
And-
get out of my face. You kidding me?
That's just typical Knicks, man. They're always due for some
They're the
bullshit
bad
story
news
like
fucking
that.
Bears.
They're like the Mets,
It's just
dude.
ridiculous.
It's always
Don't
something.
bring
James
my
Dolan
Mets
is
into it.
always
Don't bring my
something.
fucking Mets into it.
James Dolan is literally a fucking virus. Like, he's worse than coronavirus. I'll say it right now.
You see that the thing. You see,
Anything he touches just goes to shit.
you see what they said about the coronavirus now? They don't want NBA players high-fiving fans, taking pens, or signing anything. They want them fist pumping them or dabbing them up.
The MLB said about the pens, like not signing.
And
anything.
the NBA, it was a picture with Embiid on the front of it. It said
No,
the
that
same
was with
thing.
the handshakes, and I saw
Oh, I
MLB
got you,
was
I got you.
with the signatures.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a real
but
shit.
Spike Lee, you're not overreacting. James Dolan's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
And you should be. I don't care what security guard in their right mind is gonna tell Spike Lee that he has to leave the stadium.
Spike Lee.
Like what are these guys thinking?
Spike
Like, just,
Lee,
dude, you've been coming for 20 years.
You're beat, Spike Lee. You spent about friggin' millions of dollars on the New York Knicks.
Now he's not even going to a
Congratulations.
game today
Congratulations,
or
Spike
this
Lee.
year. He's done.
yeah. All right, so I mean, I think we should cut it here. We got a lot. We
Hold
got a lot
on,
of
hold on,
topics
hold on,
in
hold
now.
on, hold on. I got a couple things I got to talk about. I got to give out these picks for golf because
All
they're
right,
gonna hit.
all right, get your picks in.
I
We'll wrap it up with
I
that.
refuse to touch golf after Andrew Landry. I will
Andrew
never
fucking
fucking
Landry, boy.
touch golf again. Ever. I could give two fucks about golf. But continue.
Okay, so for the Arnold Palmer Invitational, starts on Thursday, so get your picks in. Sunjay Im, we took him the other week, but I want him top 5 at plus 550. Last year he finished third, and this whole year he's been, or in the past like few tournaments, he's been up there, like every tournament.
Okay.
This guy, he's playing really good golf right now. I also got Xander Schauffele to win. I think this is the one he gets. After a certain amount of time, he's got to hit, right? Bam. 2,200 plus 2,200 for Xander Schauffele. And then I got one long shot for everyone looking to make the big bucks. Nick Taylor, Canadian.
Ooh.
He's not bad, and he's been playing good this year, and he's due. So Nick Taylor at plus 11,000. Bam.
Is Landry in this?
No. And then also, before we go, UFC 248. If you want a lock, it might be minus 335, but Sean O'Malley, this guy's on the up and coming in the UFC, and he will win this fight. They want him to win. They gave him an easy fight. This should be like a minus 900 line. It's a minus 335. So personally, I would parlay that with Israel Adesanya, the last style bender. We're taking that. That's even money. I'm throwing 200.
I might throw a lot of money on that. I kind of like that.
Sean O'Malley, Israel Adesanya.
I like that.
Two person parlay. It's not teams, I guess.
Definitely not teams.
No.
It's people.
Okay, wait. I don't want to leave without doing this. So boys, this is our next level thought of the day. I think this is going to be our, we're going to do one of these every podcast. In the future, will there be AI refs? Think about this for a second.
Like robots?
Like AI refs, so they know exactly what is a foul or what is not. Like a percentage of like
You're saying
contact
just for
force.
like NBA or
They could, but it's all just like, yeah, for NBA, for NFL, for everything. Like
yeah.
sooner or later, they're gonna have technology
I
that can
think
see
so.
all of these things, and it'll be perfect every time. Like they'll have like a force level, like if you're hitting someone's arm at a certain force,
Yeah,
then
MLB
that'll be
strike
like
They
zone.
have it in the MLB
Yeah.
that'll
already.
be the threshold for what's a foul or not. So we, like the issues that we deal with referees in every sport is like honestly to a point where it's annoying, and it makes me annoyed watching games sometimes because it's just they don't get it right. Like most
Listen,
of the time they don't
maybe
get it right.
the whole game shouldn't be AI driven, but certain calls where like it's clearly should be the opposite way, then they should just like flip it. Like what's the big deal after a call is made? You see it's wrong. Like why not just go back and fix it?
Let me ask you,
know
though.
what I mean?
So in the NFL, if you're gonna
just
talk
add that
about
rule
if you're gonna
with
talk about
everything.
this with pass interference, what are you gonna have a percentage going back and forth, fluctuating between hand movement around down the entire sideline for 50 yards?
Well,
Like, how are you gonna like determine a pass interference call with arm contact when they're both doing it?
I get it.
You
This is
can't
why it's a
do it like
debate
that.
because like there is obviously judgment calls and everything, and
Well,
But-
baseball's close. Baseball is very close because it already has the automatic strike zone. They can take.
I think NBA is more
the
realistic
umpire
than NFL too, because
Well, how
we
you gonna get a?
we
foul
don't have
percentage on
the
the arm?
technology for this right now. So like you're
Well,
asking
it's
me
not
questions
even,
that we don't have
AI.
answers
It's not
for.
even like AI. Just have someone in a fucking box looking at every play, and they can get all right. Is it a foul or not? And then go back if they call the foul.
Yeah,
pull
but
it.
I'm talking about like the future. Like sooner or later, like I'm
Alright, well, you're
telling you,
talking
there's
AI
gonna be
shit. Like you're
everything.
talking like
No,
years
but
from
everything
now.
is just gonna be cameras will be on everything. They're gonna tell you when it's a touchdown. They're gonna tell you when it's a pass interference. They'll tell you when it's a fumble. They'll tell you when you're down before you fumbled.
I don't
You
know,
get what
you're
I'm
thinking
saying?
Like long, like that's like some
Yeah, but this
long-term
is
shit.
I
this
don't-
is like
I don't even know
next
if you
level
c-
shit,
Yeah,
kid. Why you think it's the next level thought of the day?
Dude,
It's next level shit.
the game's
Oh,
already
yeah, why
long
not?
enough. I mean, what are you gonna stop every play for
no,
the players
no,
to
No, it'll be
no.
recognize?
This
quick,
is
though.
this is
That's the thing.
instant.
Yeah.
Like there's no time break.
Yeah,
There's
that's the
no,
thing.
and you'll still have refs that are giving like what the AI is calling. Like they'll be like,
but the
"All right."
problem is the games are gonna be extended by like 3 hours.
No, kid, this will be
won't.
faster.
Yeah.
Because there's no refs going and looking at all the shit. It's just gonna
If
be instant. They're
everything
gonna
is
know.
technical and there's a foul in there's a holding call on every offensive play in the NFL, and there's a foul on the majority of plays when people go to the hole. What are you gonna call
Yeah,
every
but-
single
No,
thing?
no, no. But you,
That's crazy.
I'm saying that
That's
there will
absurd.
be
No,
like a
Kenny, you're not
threshold.
thinking about
I'm
it.
saying
I'm
there
not
will
thinking
be-
about this fucking AI shit. It's the future. Stop. Yes, one day maybe. Let's just fucking worry about getting the refs the right way these days. That's it.
This is the
That's all
whole
we were
point of the
talking
I know,
conversation.
Yeah,
It's
You're
just-
an idiot.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
are.
ridiculous.
You are
You
really.
really
This
are.
retarded.
is
You're an
this
idiot.
is ridiculous.
We don't want. You know
This
what?
is over.
Dean, end the fucking podcast.
This is over.
I'm done with
you.
this
Yeah,
kid.
I'm done with you, Ken.
Handle
The
All
four.
fuck out of No handle. Number
All right,
4.
later, boys.
Bam.